Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Our conversation with Neil Ashbaugh is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And he is the president and CEO of New Century Careers. He is Neil Ashbaugh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you on the air with us here today on this gorgeous Western PA day. So tell me about New Century Careers. I've not heard of this company before, but you guys are doing some pretty neat things.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. New Century Careers has been around for over 20 years now, and I like to think of us as being one of the best of Pittsburgh and South Bay. And we're a nonprofit that provides tuition-free training to individuals that are interested in gaining access to careers in manufacturing. So an individual will come to our facility and learn the skills that are needed to get into becoming an entry-level machinist, which is the main job title that people end up having when they first start out in manufacturing after completing our careers training.
Sounds fascinating. How does it work? Where is the actual education done? Is it virtual? Is it some sort of combination?
Yeah, our classes are pretty much on site at our two locations. We are fortunate enough to have a training facility located in the south side of Pittsburgh, PA, but also we have a great partnership with the folks at Eastern Westmoreland Career and Technical Center, the CTC, in near Latrobe, PA. And individuals will come to either of those sites, and they have the opportunity to learn manufacturing modules online using our computer systems. Then they also have the opportunity to earn a variety of industry-recognized credentials that are earned through an organization called the National Institute for Metalworking Skills. So we shorten that out to NIMS. And the reason I share that with your listeners is those credentials are very important. They're used to show a manufacturer that an individual truly understands the skill sets that they've been taught and they've learned, and then they can easily replicate them on the job, which when you're in manufacturing, it's good to be able to make one thing good, but it's even better to make a whole bunch of things every time correctly. And that's where the repeatability comes in through these credentialing systems that we use.
Absolutely. We talk with our friends at ICTC for our Indiana County Technology Center here, and they recognize as well the importance of that certification process. But the opportunity that is out there is the really exciting thing, and there are plenty of them in the field of manufacturing, and in particular what we're concerned with today, machining.
Yes, that's true, Todd. Even more than ever, as we continue to work our way through the COVID pandemic that we all never could have seen, coupled with the number of individuals that are currently retiring from advanced manufacturing companies throughout the region, that has created a huge demand. There's always been demand for machinists, but now an even bigger demand is existing. So on a daily basis, we are contacted by local manufacturing companies about open positions. And one of the greatest things about our program, I talked about the skills training, but we also provide lifetime job placement assistance. So if you complete our program at either site, we'll work to get you and build up a resume, a portfolio. We'll do mock interviews with you. And then when we place you with a company, you're in what we hope is a good career. But things change. People move and migrate. Companies aren't always successful. But that doesn't mean you can't find work elsewhere in this machining role. And many of our students have either gone on to other machining jobs, or they've been lucky and fortunate and stayed with their current company, and they've continued to grow and expand and improve their roles within a company, which is always a great success story when you hear someone say, well, I started as a machinist, but now I've been able to take those skills and I've moved myself over to like an administrative role in sales or marketing or accounting, or maybe even becoming the next supervisor of their shop, managing other machinists. So
you use the word lifetime.
A lot of good opportunity.
That word lifetime, that's a pretty important part of that equation, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of skeptical over a couple of things when we say about lifetime job placement and the program being tuition free. When you hear things like that, you think, well, how good of a program really is this? But again, we've been doing this for over 20 years. We have 20 years. We've literally trained hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals, and we firmly believe in registered pre-apprenticeships, which our program is registered with the state of Pennsylvania, and many of our students also go on to 4-year registered apprenticeships when they join the local manufacturing companies, again, in and around, all around your listening audience throughout the region here in western, southwestern Pennsylvania.
You have a free opportunity coming up I want to get to in just a second or so, but we're talking, by the way, with Neil Ashbaugh from New Century Careers this morning. Neil, machining might not be as easily definable as, say, plumbing or electrician or HVAC, things of that nature.
Right.
And so people might not really be familiar with what machining is. That might be a good place to start for people who are considering a career.
Sure, that's a great question. So I hearken back to an older day when many of us went to school and we experienced wood shop, or we look at a piece of wood and we know how people cut wood and shape wood to make different features for inside of a home. Mm-hmm. But then you take that same style equipment and then you then bring value and you do shaping and metal cutting on blocks of material or on round pieces of material. And these components that are made out of these raw materials of metals and tool steels and things, these go into every item that a person could think of. So, you know, if your listeners after this interview look around their home and they look just simply at like a doorway in their home or in their office, many of the metal components, including the hinges, the striker plates, the bolts, the door handles, those were all eventually started because a machinist either made the part or made the tools that make the part. So I like to think of it that just about every item that a person touches or interfaces with, their car, their computer, their home, a machinist was in that process, reading a blueprint and making something out of metal that then either went into that component or became a part of making that component. And many of the companies in the region do things from construction and housing to even medical supplies, you know, building and machining knees and hip implants, medical gear. Many of the components that are made in southwestern PA end up in aerospace, aircraft, you know, a lot of aluminum and materials like titanium and Inconel. And I'm telling you, Todd, the cool thing about this is you just have to have a thirst for knowledge, a little mechanical aptitude. You don't have to understand how to make it all right from the beginning. That's why it's called training. We learn how to work with the materials. We teach students how to do it safely and correctly. And then over time, it's like any craft. The more you do it, the better you become. Yeah. So I don't want to dissuade any of your listeners if they know somebody that is mechanically inclined. Maybe they like to tinker around on small engines, for instance, or maybe they've grown up on a farm and they've always enjoyed fixing farm equipment. Those types of individuals have those types of motivations that end up making really good machinists. Attention to detail and a lot of passion, too, helps.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
You know, we see small manufacturing plants all over western PA, including here in Indiana, and we wonder what goes on there. We know there are jobs there. We know there are people working there. What are they doing? A lot of cases, what they're doing is exactly what you've just described to us. Neil, there's a great free opportunity for folks. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we are enrolling students all the time. Again, it is tuition free, but we have a lot of openings now in our Eastern Westmoreland location at the CTC there, and it's an evening class. Monday through Friday evenings. It's for adult education. There's just some eligibility requirements that you have to be at least 18 years of age, have a high school or GED, and we usually ask for 2 letters of reference, character reference. And basically, if you're an individual that is unemployed or underemployed and not currently working in manufacturing, the training could end up being free for you. And so we're taking enrollment now. There's a couple ways to apply. One is you can either go to our website, newcenturycareers.com. That's newcenturycareers.com, the name of our company. Google it. Go to our Manufacturing 2000 page on our website, and on the right-hand side, there's a free online application you can fill out, or you can call us at our offices, and I'll give you a number here. It's 412-258-6620. That phone number's on our website as well, so in case someone was trying to write it down and couldn't, well, I'll give it again. It's 412-258-6620, and the automated attendant will ask if you're interested in Manufacturing 2000. That is the program that I'm speaking about today, and that is open at both sites. But really, I'm really trying to support Eastern Westmoreland CTC because they've been a great partner, and there's lots of companies throughout that region who are looking to hire entry-level machinists right now. And we'd love to have a lot of people, sign up and apply today.
Good plan. Neil Ashbaugh, thanks so much for spending some time with us. It really sounds like a great opportunity to get yourself into a new career.
My pleasure. My pleasure, and I really hope that, we can help people find a career like many of us did. Many of us that work in the organization also have a background in manufacturing. So we know it's real. We know there's a lot of great opportunity to make some good money, to have a secure job, have great, benefits and insurances. And right now is a really good time to start. Again, lots of open positions, lots of wonderful opportunity for your listeners. So, yeah, thank you so much for having us, Todd. We really appreciate the time.
Hey, it's our pleasure. Neil, good talking with you. Have a wonderful day today.
Thank you, sir. You too.
All righty. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160. There's a nice opportunity, huh? I hope that a lot of folks take advantage of it.